All right. So how do I look like? Oh, beautiful people, welcome to class today. And I'm talking to the cash creators. So somebody is asking what is the meaning of cash creators. It's very simple. The goal of this class, of everything I'm going to be teaching you, is to move you from being a normal person in industry where you are, be it the art industry or anywhere you are, to joining the big inner circle in an industry. So last week I showed you an image, and I want to talk about that image again today. It's 3-layer image where you have the beginner, you have intermediate, and then you have the center where you have the KPI. So experts are in the middle. People who've worked in an industry for 10 years, which I was a couple of months back. I was at the middle in my industry. As a professional photographer, I've done this for the past 10 years. So I started 2012 after moving away from mine wasn't 9 to 5, no. Mine was 9 to 9, street to street. I was hawking, and then I was opting to do more in life, to learn more, to develop new skills that can help me communicate better, interact with smarter people. I've always wanted to do something around the 9 to 5 or corporate industry, to be honest with you. I wanted to own a business. I wanted to be like most bankers, wear tie, wear glasses. But there is so many voices in my head. Some people's own is one, but mine is multiple. Keep telling me, you can't do this, you can't do this. You're not qualified, you don't speak well. You were born and brought up in Ungwa Road, Aba. That's if you don't know, Aba is in Abia State, Nigeria. So you're born and brought up in this local rural area where everybody here is doing conductor, everybody here is learning how to drive. Nobody owns a good car around you, nothing to inspire you. Like I will always say, today is 2023, and I'm 31 years old today. Not like today's not my birthday, but I'm married, and by God's grace, I have a beautiful studio in a good part of Lagos, Lekki. And I started with nothing. I took loan to launch my first offline business 2020. I missed COVID-19, that was when I started it. If you're in Nigeria then, we had something we call NSAS. NSAS impacted my business negatively because all the little savings I had then was crushed. So, but I decided to keep moving. My goal was to move from the outer layer where I was then to the inner layer, or to the center of where things are happening, to become one of those influence in my industry wherein I can decide how much I will get paid. I can decide who to shoot. I want to select people to shoot, not people selecting me or comparing me with someone else. I want it to be that if you want me, you really want me. Not to say you are the cheapest, let me go for you. They say that the race on the race of pricing, if you're trying to win customer by pricing, there is no stopping point unless you're going to do it free. Because somebody will say, I will take 200K, I will take 150, I will take 100, I will take 50, I will take 20, I will take 1 naira. Until you get to the least point where you say, I will do it free. Some people will say, I will do it free, I will buy you gifts. There is no end to it. So I was worried, how can I move from this tail end to this other end? So it was tough, really, really tough. But I started reading. That's the good news. I started researching. I started thinking of how to develop my strength, develop my muscle. I met a very good mentor in my life by the name Dr. Anyoko. It's a blessing, like a big time blessing. He told me, Ifeanyi, work on your strength, not your weaknesses. Focus more on the things you can do not the things you cannot do. But then I was able to do graphics, I was able to do video editing, I was able to do image editing, I was able to act, do a number of things. But I was more bothered about things that I'm not good at. Like my handwriting is terrible till today. I don't know what happened, but I sat in class with the same people from kindergarten to secondary school, university. They keep writing well, but mine is nothing. I kept trying to change it. I sat in class with people who read well. They open a novel, they scan it, and they're reading. Well, if I open a book, I would remember my father, I remember my mother, I remember her food, I remember money. I get lost in the class. These are things I noticed about my life that kept me back, that kept me thinking I may not achieve certain results. So, not until I encountered some material, like one of them is Daniel Priestley. He's an author. He authored a book called KPI, Key Person of Influence, which is practically what I'm using to teach in some of the modules in this class. And then I have to tell you this story. I'm sorry, I need to share this story with you because it's to give you a perspective of what we're doing. I want you to move from being a newbie, being a beginner, to going to the inner circle where you decide who you work with, when to work with that person, and how far you want to go with the person. So straight to the point now, I want to launch you into the day 2. And we'll be talking about so many things that I love discussing. How many of you have sent me your video yesterday? How many of you? If you sent in a video yesterday, I want to say, I love you. But then if you're yet to send your own video, I think you're not going to meet up with the target or the package I want to give out. But if you still send it and if the video is making sense, after I've gotten the first 10, I will schedule a talk with you and then let you know what is up to or what you're up to or what you're going to gain from me because I have a special gift to you. Okay. So having said that, let's start. How do you get started? By starting, right? Okay, remember our topic or the focus of this program is how top photographers make money. Now, if you're an artist, you're not limited. Maybe you're not a photographer, makeup artist, designer, or you're just an MC, stand-up comedian, any aspect of the art industry you're operating from. This is for you. So, first of all, I want to say most of you are asking, the class is getting to an end. What do I gain or how do I keep in contact with you? So we have an ecosystem of products, materials, things that can help you scale your brand. And I want you to know that you are not alone if you want to make this movement. So the first one I have here is personal branding. You can pre-order this course at 5,000 Naira. And later in the future, it will be 15,000 Naira specifically. And if you're not in Nigeria, you can give me a DM and I'll give you dollar equivalent. The next thing I want you to acquire is Rising to Influence as a startup. I know some of us were in the startup phase of our business, so we want to get some guidance and move you up. I'm giving you these discount prices because these courses are not yet out there. Once they hit the market, prices are going to change. Believe me, they will definitely change. So Rising to Influence, all you need to know to join the top 1% in your industry. This is fantastic. This is amazing. Then I have one-on-one call session with me. It is valued at 5,000 Naira per hour if you're going to speak with me on phone to analyze your business. But I'm giving you for 15K for 1 month. We're going to have 8 hours of calls in 1 month. That's 2 hours per week, evaluating your business, looking at what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong. So instead of you paying 5K for me to look into your business, you're paying 15K and you're getting it for 1 month. I mean, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to hold your hands. I'm going to talk to you about what you're not doing right and what you need to do right. Remember the goal. Taking you from just an intermediate to someone who is delivering value, to someone who is selecting the work he or she wants to do. Not the work everybody wants to do, but the work you. You choose what you want to do, then the rest can be sent out to other person to rush after. For you, it's about deciding who you want to shoot, who you want to work for, who you want to edit. And after that, the rest is the story. So you can talk to me or my team about these courses. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why most people would rather stay small than act big? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why is it that most people keep playing on the same league for a number of years? I will answer those questions in the future. So today we're talking about how top photographers make their money. Now remember, it's not just photographers, but artists. But we just need to have a focus. Okay. Number one is lifestyle. We're going to be looking at lifestyle. What do they do on their free time that you are not doing? What do they do personally outside this immediate environment? Projections. Are there things they project? Are there visionary lifestyle they live that you don't know? We're going to talk about it. There are a number of it. We're going to talk about planning and structuring. There are ways they put in their business together to be able to attract who they attract. And we're going to talk about that. Workflow and cash flow. There are things they do to keep money coming in on weekly, daily, monthly basis. These are things I want to share with you. And finally, we're going to talk about educating themselves. So there are certain places they go for certain kind of information. I want to reveal them to you. You know, it's a secret revealing class. Whoa, and if you're in this class, get ready for the secret. So let's write. First of all, we're talking about lifestyle, patterns, the way they do their things, their daily routine, their association, their nutrition. Somebody's asking, why is nutrition, right? Is nutrition part of what they do that I need to go and learn how to do? And I will say yes. Nutrition plays a huge role in what you do, how far you can go, and how energetic you could be. I mean, it's just simple. You must learn how to keep yourself in a very highly nutrited or highly nourished way. So let's look at nutrition on its own. What do you eat? I know a good number of us, we eat eba, we eat cassava food. We eat, what do you call it? I say cassava. Oh God, we call it starch. I don't want to use the word starch. Okay, we use the word, who can help me? Nobody is here with me. I'm the one shooting this alone. We use carbohydrate food. Thank you for even saying it. I know you're saying it in your mind. So we eat a lot of that, but it's not healthy for you. I mean, how much do they sell fruit in your area? If you check what you spend on most food you eat, they're equivalent. You can even get better fruit if you're in Africa, cheaper than most food outside there. Just that we are so used to the fancy. We are so used to the fancy. I want you to revert your life. Imagine you were born in the Stone Age, just immediately after Adam. What do you think will be your best food? Noodles? It can't be. Neither will it be spaghetti nor beans. So I want you to revert your life. I want you to live in the Stone Age where people eat more of fruit. Imagine taking somebody who is living inside that environment now, maybe in the forest, and they live there for like 30 years of their life, and you bring them to the city after cutting the hairs on their body, and you try to give them eba. They won't eat it. Try to give them noodles. They won't eat it. I want you to become allergic to much starchy food. The reason is simple. If you know how many persons who are treating diabetes today, if you know how many people who are suffering from sugar, if you know how many persons who are seriously struggling with their health, now they are in the inner circle. Now they are in the center of their career, of their industry. but they've lost their health. They can't exercise again. They can't do so many things again. They are already down in the lane of what they need to be doing. Do you want to get to that point and get broke? Do you want to get to that point and get weakening? Please, you need to take your nutrition very, very intense. Now, let me talk about drinking. These things may not sound normal to you. I mean, you can go and do your research. You were not expecting to hear this, right? But they are very, very fundamental. People get stuck in life because of this. People get to a point where they say, why do I need to take this? Why do I need to do this? But you have to start doing them today. You have to be conscious about these things you eat. The next thing is things you drink. How often do you drink water? How often do you take water? Do you take water along with you when you're going out? When you're exercising? When you're sleeping, do you have water by the side? And if you're in the habit of taking energy drink, stop. You are not doing yourself anything good. You are not doing yourself a favor. And I take Nescafe. I take Nescafe literally every day. If you give me every day, I will take. I take coffee because I want to walk beyond the normal time. And I've done my own research. It has a way of stimulating your brain and to help you gain more clarity. The day I see something contrary, I will stop. But I'm not going to stop because average person out there is telling me Nescafe is not good, it's not good. Yeah, it's affecting your health. To what extent? It's giving me productivity and I balances it out. There are days I wake up as a guy, go back to sleep. I need to balance it up that way. But you, what are you doing? And that leads me to the next point, rest. How often do you rest? How long do you rest? How many times do you make out time to rest? I want you to read a book if you are really concerned about your health. It's not a health book anyway, but it's not like a health, but more on general note. It is titled How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. If you can listen to the PDF, audiobook, it will be a blessing to you. It's about 9 hours. I did it. I listen to the book almost every day when I'm working out, and it's helping my brain and it's helping my life. How to stop worrying and start living. There are certain things you need to stop doing entirely to be able to enter the next phase of your life. Okay, so we've talked about nutrition because you want to become a well-known personality. You want to join the inner circle, you must take care of your diet. So you don't go there and start developing different sickness and it will worry you and you will fall off. I'm telling you, you will just fall off. Just like a footballer who wasn't exercising, who wasn't eating well, and this is moment to screen him into a tournament, and he's not healthy. They will screen you out. If you get close to the door of the inner circle and you are no longer healthy, you lose your sight or you lose your breath or you lose something, things will happen naturally. But those ones that you can control, why not control it? Why not? So we look into association, and I'm so proud about this topic. When we're talking about lifestyle, let's look into association. Now, association here, I'm looking at religion first. Which church do you attend? If you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, good. But then, if you're a Christian, if you're a believer like me, which church do you attend? Who is talking to you on a daily basis? Who do you listen to? Who do you give your ear time? What are they telling you? I mean, I'm disappointed in what so many pastors are teaching today. So many churches are teaching in general. You must pick who you listen to. See, the fact that you are born in a Christian family, the fact that you are born in a Muslim family or in any religious background, doesn't mean that you must be a member there for life. I need to share this with you because as a KPI, people want to follow you. You are a leader. What do you want people to say about you that you never ask a question? You are a Christian, you're a witness, you never challenge that witness. You're a Christian, you never challenge Christianity. You never say, why am I a Christian? Why is it that Christians are the only one that feel their own is perfect? You don't have answers to this question. If your child asks you tomorrow, why are we Christian? What will you say? These are things you need to know because you're going to mentor other people. What if they ask you these hard questions? What if they want to know why you do what you do or why you attend certain church? Can you stand? Can you answer those questions? Please, if you can't, start making research today. So what you listen to, part of your association, plays big role in your life. I keep seeing people who struggle with tiny churches, tiny organizations, tiny things, and they want to grow. You can't do that. Look for places where you have closer, or places where you're very, very close to the real people, to the main guys. You are not going there. I want to say something to you, to be honest with you. John 3 verse 16, sorry if I'm not a Christian. Bible says that, for he sent his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him will not perish. If you believe, you will not perish. So I told myself, Ifani, you've come to that point of believing. You are a believer, right? So look for a way to use this believing that you have to influence people, to win souls, and to also to impact other lives. That's one. And secondly, how can it make you money? Can I gain freedom just because I know I've gotten this insight? I know I will be in heaven if I die today. Can I now pivot and start pursuing other aspects of my life? Not perpetually trying to please God every day. I want to please you. No. I am in good time with God. Like, He loves me even before I was born. So let me move on and do other things with my life, knowing fully that I want to make Him proud. I want to make my life count. I'm not perpetually a church goer, to be honest with you. Sorry, I know this is my opinion. Yours may be different. But all I'm saying is locate association or join religious background that will help you. In our country, Nigeria, in Africa, we are big believers in religion. We are big believers in religion. So I'll stop on that note before somebody will shoot me. Ah! So let's hop in. The next thing is influence. Who is your influence? Who is your idol? You can't be opting to be in the inner circle and your idols are outside that circle. If your role models are not in the inner circle, you are free to leave them. You can't be opting to be in the inner circle when Ebuka Bibi Naija is your mentor. In the sense of you love the entertainment they're doing. Mr. Funny is your mentor, that's Sabinos. No. If you want to be in an inner circle, or if you want to be part of the inner circle, you must look at people who are there, who are playing within that league, and let them mentor you. They're going to mentor you in so many ways. They're going to mentor you with their materials, they're going to mentor you with their content, they're going to mentor you with their experience. Look at those people, let them influence you. For me, I'm a product of Grant Cardone. If you don't know Grant Cardone, you need to go and research him. He's a very good sales guy in US. He teaches sales, he teaches real estate, he teaches a number of things about content creation. Then you talk of Patrick Bet-David, you talk about Dr. Anyoko, you talk about a number of persons who are influencing me, who literally, when I see the video, I pause to go and consume them. Daniel Priestley is one of them. My wife too is one of them. Yeah, my wife, she's a very big influence in my life. So look for such association, and that's why marital relationship is very important. Select wisely. That's for another day. So which network are you in? How do you network? Are you in LinkedIn? Are you in any group in LinkedIn? Currently, I have people in US who I chat with via LinkedIn. I have people in UK who I interact with. Who are in your network? Who do you talk to? Who do you relate to? Who do you associate with? The next thing is, which inner circle are you in? And if you're one of those 10% who did the tax, your offer or the gift I have for you is you're going to join in one intense month of inner circle mentorship with me. I'm going to walk you through it to start creating your own content, to start growing your YouTube and your Instagram handle faster than ever. Now, it's not about growing them in the number. Numbers is good. Having subscribers is good and followers. But I want to guide you on how to start monetizing early. Not waiting for Facebook to start paying you, but rather to leverage on the people you have in the inner circle to start earning money. The next thing I want to talk about is daily routine. Yeah. We're making progress, right? If you have questions, don't forget to ask me on the WhatsApp group. I will attend to each and every one question. So the question is, what do you do on a daily basis? How do you exercise? Do you exercise at all? Do you spend 2 minutes exercising, or do you spend 1 hour exercise, you need to allocate a specific time to that. The top guys do this a lot. Have you ever wondered why if you go to their Instagram handle, you see when they're exercising, when they're in gym, some of you are pissed off. Why are they showing us those things? Why are they not showing us how to edit, how to create, how to make money? Why are they showing us exercise? It is part of the lifestyle. To be honest with you, it is part of the lifestyle. The fact I'm not showing you doesn't mean I don't do that. I will soon show you mine. Stick around our channel, follow us and subscribe. I will show you the inner circle routines I'm doing. Why are you not exercising? Why are you not burning fat? Why are you not working out? It may not be for you to look appealing to everybody, but it's for you to develop tenacity. Looking appealing is perfect. I love that. I want to gain 6 packs. I want to be more huge than I am today. But it's about the rigidity it forms in you. It's about this mental strength where you don't give up on things, where you know that if I can do 200 push-ups and I have other tasks in my life, I will stick around until I get them done. It's a very, very good thing to have this mental toughness. The next thing is learning. How often do you learn? How many content do you take in a day? How many of them are educating you? How many of them are sharpening you to become good in what you're doing? The next thing I have here is content creation, which I'm going to dwell a little bit on. See, to become authority doesn't take a lot. To become authority in this era doesn't take a lot. We are overthinking it. We are over-worried. We are concerned about what things you need to do, how far you need to go. 20 years, 30 years to become an authority. It's not true. How do I arrive here? Let me share my story. Like I always say, I'm a timid guy who never believed I would be in front of camera like this. I never believe I would do this. If you have 20 persons behind this camera, I will still talk. So I told myself, guy, you need to start doing this. You need to start putting out information about yourself, about what you've been through, and about what you're facing currently. And I started doing it crappy. I started doing it anyhow. So one of the guys that sent in video said something I love, and I want to share it in this clip. He said,
like I told one guy, I told him, no, lock me inside a room with just popcorn and ring lights. Give me 24-hour power supply, and I'll give you 10 quality contents. You know they had me. Once you can tell story, and you're an extrovert, you don't have to be an extrovert. Once you can read, if you read a lot, and you go to an event a lot, just summarize what you read, summarize that event, you've made content. And I say hands up, who goes? If you read a lot, if you go out a lot, once you can just summarize your day if you're having a stressful day. That thing that is stopping you from making content is still a content.
all right, welcome back. So having seen this clip, content creating is not about how ready you are, about how good your script is. You can prepare slides like I did. But then, don't wait to start getting motivated before you start shooting. No, start shooting and the motivation will come. And if you're on the camera and you don't have anything to say, just sing. Sing, talk to us, share your story. That's how I started, and that's why I'm here today. That's why you can listen to me. That's why I can gather 100 and something persons in a WhatsApp group and say something. The next thing you have is affirmation. What do you tell yourself on a daily basis? Very, very important. What you tell yourself on a daily basis is significant to where you're headed and how far you're going to go or how fast you will get there. So, if you don't remember another thing today, remember content creation in this model is very important. Content creation is the key to what we're talking about. To becoming a KPI, you need to become a content creator and you need to maintain your daily routine. You need to know what you're learning. And then I also talk about association and nutrition. Don't forget any of this. So let's forge ahead. Talking about projection. Projection is part of the things they do for which average or beginners and experts don't talk about. Remember, the goal is to guide you and help you achieve this big picture of entering the inner circle. So projection is very important. Now, what do I mean by projection? It's casting vision, saying where you want to be, pushing your team and yourself to go to that place or to start working towards that goal. I have 3 things we're looking at. We're looking at vision, retirement, and expansion. If you look at big businesses, if you look at big brands, Part of things they do is they have a vision written down. And then most of them even have it on the wall. If you enter the office, if you go to their website, you see it. So do you have a vision like that? These things are sounding insignificant to you because you don't think this is how it works. And I will ask you, if all you know so far in the industry you are in now brought you this far or kept you this low, why not open up your mind to do what the big guys are doing, what we are doing, and where we are today? Why are you blocking these things from coming into you? Open up yourself. Participate in this. Projection is one of the things that these guys are doing that you don't know about. Now, how does it work? Let me show you something. Look at the picture in the screen now. Leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge. Simon Sinek is one of the top leaders in the world today. Where are you taking these people to? What are you projecting? Do they see future working with you? If you go to top organizations, top people in your industry, they are constantly reaffirming to their team, telling them, this is what we're pursuing. This is where we are not here. We are here. This is where we're going. This is how we're improving. We've done this. We're doing this. They are reminding them of their vision. They are energizing them. They are encouraging them. What your team members know is that you are broke. You are broke. You are sick. Nigeria is bad. You are watching comedy. Why? I'm sorry to say that comedy, but it's just simple. What they know is that literally, as you're editing, you are watching a comedy beside you. You're looking at everybody's status. You're following the trend. Great leaders, people that are in the leading aspect of every industry, their focus is, where are we taking this our audience to? And how far and how close are we taking them? How fast are we taking them there? Are they aware of what we're doing? Are they aware of the impact? Are they aware of the speed at which we are running? Can we constantly reaffirm them that what we're doing today can help them grow? It can help them scale. These are constant things that you need to put in line with them. As a leader, and if you don't know you're a leader, if you have somebody who is watching you, even if the person is not present there with you now, you are leading that person. And let me warn you, for every position you're occupying today in the world, we have over 8 billion people today in the world. 2 billion persons are looking up to you. They may be younger, or they may be older, or they may be same year, but they're looking up to you. There are people who are in a poorer nation. There are people who are in a poorer situation. There are people who can't see. There are people who can't talk. They're looking up to you. They're learning from you, directly or indirectly. Not to think of the ones that are yet unborn. Imagine living a life where you would die. Nothing. Just die and go. Nobody will remember anything about you. Nobody will read any book about you. Nobody will watch a content from you. What if you die now? Your grandchildren are not going to see anything about you. That's if you have a child now. What if you don't have a child? So you just die and fizzle out. No book, no content. And what will you say? You made a Facebook post, you shared a comedy. That's not what they will need. That's not the impact we're looking for. If you're going to pass away 10 years, 20 years, are you creating content that you're going to drop there forever? Now, somebody saying dying is negative. I understand. But we need to put those things in perspective. There's an Igbo adage that said, if you don't use such things as example, people will not live with caution. If you don't use death as ultimate end, everything you're doing in life is preventing death from happening. And everything life is doing is bringing death closer to you. You're taking risk is death. You're entering a fight is death. Everything you're doing is bringing death closer to you. And your own role is pushing death away. That's why you exercise. That's why you eat. That's why you sleep. So what are the things you can do today to help you manage this situation? And part of them is creating content as a leader that people are going to look up to or consume tomorrow. The next thing these guys are doing is that they have retirement plan. I'm not talking about the traditional retirement plan where you have insurance. No. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I mean by insurance retirement plan is that they say, if I'm doing what I'm doing now, the next 20 years, how relevant will I be in this industry? They say, okay, I will do this. and by 5 years, I will go and take this course. And after taking this course, I will start this business or I will start this content creation career of mine. And I will keep it on a low until after S number of years, I will launch it fully. They are constantly doing what? Projecting, talking about their plans. Within themselves, most times, they will say, okay, this is where we'll be from now to 5 years' time, and after which I will pivot. Do you have such a plan? For me, don't think I'm a photographer again, right? I'm not. But I know how to take pictures. I started with photography. I can't keep stamping all my life. At some point, I need to do transition. Not like I can't take your picture. Please, if you have wedding, we are here. If you have a corporate headshot, we are here. That's what we do. I have a team who are helping me make these things work out easily. But then, we are putting in energy. We know that if we get to this point in our life, we need to shift from being just a content creating industry, a company, to education industry, business. Sorry. I don't know why industry is in my mouth. Maybe I want to go and start one industry. So we have retirement plan. We have moments we say, if we can push to this far, we'll resign and do this other thing with our life. Have such plans. I don't mean shutting down what you're doing already, but it can be expansion, which is the next topic we have here. But before that, I want to read something for you. Don't let any industry, very important, listen to this. Don't let any industry decide your pay or your stay. This is wicked, but that's what people do. People calm down until the industry decide when they will resign or when they will go out of business. Please don't. Ensure that you are among the KPI who will decide. If the industry decide how much you are earning, you have a problem. That's why you're a middle class. Or you're just an expert. You've done this for 10 years. But the industry is the one paying you. They say, that's not what they charge everywhere. That's not how they charge. Why is your own so expensive? We can't use you. And you can't even say go. If they say they can't use you, they will say, I beg now. Okay, let me give you discount. Okay, ma. It's not business. It's not negotiation. The industry decided how much you are earning, and it's very bad. And the industry is deciding how long you are going to stay in business. They can say AI is coming. AI will push you out. And I want to say this if you're listening to me. AI is not your competitor. Please, AI is a tool. If you're a photographer, videographer, or any form of creator, AI is just a tool to make the work faster. Imagine the days when we have night post. People that used to send letter, you write your letter. I didn't use that service for once, apart from getting the orders from outside Nigeria. But when it has to do with sending a letter, most of us who are older, we will understand this better. You write a letter, you go there, you buy a stamp, you put it on it, and then you send it. It takes 2 weeks to arrive. If you give birth to a child today, this 2023, and the child said, I want to start using night post, how will you feel? They said, don't want to use MTN SMS, they want to use Glo SMS, they don't want to use anything, WhatsApp chat. They want to start sending letter. It's ridiculous, right? Why? There are other tools that can help you achieve the same result faster, effortlessly, and cheaper. That's what AI is to creators. AI is a tool to leverage on, not a tool to downplay on. Let me say it. AI is not a tool you need to constantly start saying rubbish. The picture is not creating a good hand. The picture is not looking natural. You are wasting your energy and you're wasting your creative time. AI is a tool. How can I leverage on this tool to do my business, to work my business, to make my business work out better? If you constantly keep attacking these things, you are working against your energy. So let's go back to the stuff. We're talking about expansion at this point. Why these people are busy projecting their vision, they're busy talking about their retirement, what they need to do next. They need to go and learn golf, they need to learn real estate. And that thing they do is that they think of expansion. You're in a mountain of value currently today. People are coming in, people are bringing in money. Don't be deceived, it won't last long. There is always recession every 10 years in every economy. And in most businesses, there's always a revolution in every 10 years. 10 years ago, it was social media. And 2004 rather, they were using it gradually. But as of 2010, 2012, it tips. And today, everybody's talking about social media. In the next 10 years, blockchain, things like AI are going to be one of the biggest tools. I want you to align yourself and think of how do we expand? How do we move from just using this to using this to using this? Can we start having staff outside our reach? Can we start having staff in China? Can we start having staff in India? How do we expand? Who do we empower? Who do we hire next? How do we hire them? How do we leverage on tools? So many questions to ask. But then you must start from where you are today. If you've conquered this mountain of value, like this guy is doing, you need to consider strategically moving to the next one and having people that you've raised there on this other side. Learn partnership, learn collaboration, and this journey will be easier. Let's hop into the next one. So we are gradually coming to the end of the class for today, but please, I want you to take these things very serious. I want you to go back to this video, watch it before I pull it down, because I'm going to pull it down actually. It's a free course, but people need to pay for it too. So do me a favor, go back to last week and come back to this one. Watch it to understand what we're saying. And if you've not been here before, we have a WhatsApp group. Probably you are seeing this video because a friend shared the link. We have a WhatsApp group that you need to be a member. And to be able to do that, just check on the link below this video and you'll see have access to the WhatsApp group. It's a free class, but then we also have inner circle. We have books, we have materials that we want you to read and things we want you to participate in. Come on, let's talk about this thing. This is very easy. And the goal is to move you from where I was and where I am now. And I'm making progress on a daily basis. I mean, I've been in a room with top photographer and other photographers who are killing it big here in Lagos, Nigeria. And I want to show you how I pivot. Things I'm sharing are very, very expensive knowledge. But the most important thing is the action we are going to take after this. So don't get carried away by the lesson. Don't get carried away by the slide. But get more carried away by the insight you are getting, the next step you need to take, the next improvement you need to make. Let's talk about planning. Planning and structuring. Now, there are certain things that we don't overlook most times, and they are not good. You must have a plan. You must have a structure that you work with in your business. And if you lag in any of this, it will affect the tail end of the program. Let me explain where. If you don't have a definite structure in your business, how you do things, let me give you the commonest one as a photographer, if you are one. When somebody calls your business, who picks the call? Which line do they call? How do they get in touch with you? This cuts across any business anyway. How do people get to know you? Let's say social media, or you run ad. So if you run ad, where do they get to talk to you? And how do you talk to them? How do you respond? There should be a structure. I was with one of my mentor, Gazmadu, so she mentioned that to me. In fact, she doesn't even need to say it. Immediately I walk into the office, I started seeing structure. When somebody is entering the office for the first time, they sign in with their thumbprint. That alone blew me away. People literally sign in with their thumbprint. Awesome. Awesome tool to use. Brilliant. People come in and by an eye contact, you know the next thing to do. Just a sign. People are just doing things smarter. The same thing happens in our team. You don't shout on people. You don't raise your voice on people. Everybody in my team is a salesperson. We train you on how to communicate. We train you on how to close a deal. So if I'm not around, people can negotiate on my behalf. Why are you the only one doing that thing in your business? You're the one to take the call. You're the one to do the measurement. You're the one to do the calculation. You're the one to do the production. You're the one to do the delivery. And you have people around you. Not like you don't have. And if you don't have, please go and get one. Start with a sibling. Start with a friend. Just get somebody today. Talk to somebody now. Now, after this video, pick a phone and call someone. Stop doing this alone. And if you have somebody around you and you're overlooking them, please start leveraging. Very, very important. So put a structure and plan how this thing will work for you. The next thing I have here is 3 things you need to work on in order to enjoy this. I want this class to be as short as possible so we can have a little interaction in the WhatsApp group. So I'm going to look at legacy. I'm going to look at handover. I'm going to look at diversification. These three things are very key. If you're looking at putting structure, after doing those other ones in the business, I want to look at legacy. If you're to resign today, what have you achieved? What have you achieved if you are to leave your business today? If someone wants to buy up your brand, what have you achieved? Let me read something for you. Legacy is not what's left tomorrow when you are gone. It is what you give, create, impart, and contribute today while you are here that then happen to live on. Legacy is not something you left when you are gone. It is something you are doing deliberately today. And there's a t-shirt I usually wear, like if you check last video, legacy. I love that, brilliant topic. So it's not about what you leave when you're gone. It's about what you deliberately structure. Most of us, we argue this because we think, is legacy not what happens after somebody's gone? It's not. Most people leave debt. They leave frustration for people. They leave misunderstanding. They leave concealed information that would have helped the living. So it's not about what you leave when you're gone because it may be negative. Though the two are legacy anyway, but we're looking at the positive side. Legacy is about what you leave deliberately. The constant impact you're creating, daily basis, monthly basis, structuring, planning, how this will work if you're not there, how this will play out. Those things are fundamental, and I want you to be conscious of them. The next thing here is handover. Smooth handovers are the bridges that connect yesterday's accomplishment to tomorrow's successes. Now, there are successes you will achieve. There are successes you will achieve by properly living your life with the mindset of creating legacy. Now, to hand over business, to pivot from where you are to where you want to go to, it is what we call handover, transiting, moving from one level to the other. By the time you're leaving this mountain of value to another mountain, what are you giving out? And if you want to have a smooth handover, it's about connecting yesterday's accomplishment to tomorrow's success. What you're doing today, what you're accomplishing today, can it be of benefit to your business tomorrow? The next thing is diversification. Brilliant. Planning and structuring your life will create room for diversification. When we talk about diversification, people think of, people think of just jumping off to start e-commerce, to start forex trading, to start business on the side. Those things are diversification, but that's not what I'm talking about today. Let me read this quote for you. Diversification is not just a risk reduction tool. It's not just a tool to reduce risk. It is a means of enhancing opportunity and long-term performance. It's not for you to just cut down on risk. It is for you to perform on a longer scale. How do we do that? For me, it's about what do I need to learn now that if I can do this in this business, it will help us expand. One of them is giving my 2 hours to learn how to develop a website. It's not coding, please. It's not coding now, no. But it's how do I understand how these things work, WordPress. I'm not encouraging you to do that, but there are so many things you can learn. I'm curious. I love tech, to be honest with you. I needed to go and do that. It may be learning graphics, which I'm going to teach people in the inner circle, and if you're part of them, kudos. So it's about learning how to develop a good graphics, how to move your idea from the picture you have in your head to a good graphics that can inspire your team. Diversification may be learning how to run a class, learning how to put people in a WhatsApp group to mentor them. These small things you're looking at, you can learn from what I'm doing now and diversify. And if you can master diversification well, it will create another source of income for your business. Remember, the goal in the beginning is how do we move from where you are today to where you want to go to? And where you want to go to is a leader in your industry. And to do that, I've shared a number of steps here. Your lifestyle, very important. Planning and structuring, very important. You also have to have projections. These 3 things I've mentioned today will help you. And I'm not done because I have a bonus point for you. And it's going to happen in the WhatsApp group. So if you're not far away, let me share something else. Workflow and cash flow. I'm going to talk about this in the WhatsApp group because you need to design activities. You need to design a campaign in your business, how the work will flow. I will talk about this in the WhatsApp group personally. So when we're done with the live session, let's go back to the WhatsApp group. So I will put a voice note out there to explain this. And then if you want to get this slide I'm teaching with, just let me know. I will share them with you. Thank you so much for being part of this class. See you in the WhatsApp group. Thank you.